Okay, guys. All right, guys. Evidently, there's some breaking news. The boys have been sighted allegedly at the Valley View Mall. Valley View Mall. Seems like, I don't know, guys. Seems like that may be. No, do you guys believe they would have took these kids to the mall, guys? Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they did. So, I just want to talk about it for a minute. We'll wait for a minute till people get in here. I'm sure everybody's busy over looking at the breaking news, and as you should be. It's could be potentially very exciting. Let's not get lost in our excitement now. Let's try to control. If we think they went to the mall, guys, let's try to control that narrative and not let it spin wildly out of control. I'm pretty sure everybody's busy watching that, and that's good, guys. Now, let me tell you what has happened. I was sent just a small portion of the screenshot of the live going on right now, and it's hard to tell, is it legitimate or not. What I can tell you guys is that they've spent a lot of time trying to prove their lead, which I don't know. I'm not sure that sighting would have been a while back by now, right? So we're still got to, it's good for people to go back and try to substantiate leads and do all of that good stuff. That's needed. It's appropriate. But we got to remember, you got to use your common sense, guys. Now, I was just sent something in regards to Bakersfield Police Department taking over missing boys case as the lead investigators. I had not heard that. And so, there's a lot of people that think that, that kind of changes things. I believe potentially they've really had it all along. I've said that. I believe that the larger force with, all of the technology, that's where it's been going down. You've just officially been told this now. So that's a good turn, guys. I think that does kind of make it turn in a different light. AV and a lot of those guys they're just dead set on Jacqueline and Trezell having those kids, and let's just find the kids. But guys, the fact that Bakersfield has took the lead, I would say that they would cooperate as far as the lead at the Motel 6. They would cooperate, but there has to be some more substantial evidence for them to take the lead, officially in the narrative. So, yeah, we don't know. We don't know, Jamie, how old the babies are, do we? There's just no way to know that. Hey, Dick Tracy. So yeah, guys, the leads and the sightings, they're important, but guys, there is a delay from real life to right now. And let me show you guys. I know everybody will pick it up later on. There you go. That was last week on the 25th. God bless my helper. I didn't see it. And that's how compartmentalized this thing is. There's going to be people that always say, "Oh, I knew that," or "I know that," or "I said that earlier." Yeah, I get it, but that's the official narrative now, right? So what does that mean, guys? Does that mean we stop looking at Chief Walker when he talks about this, guys? I don't know what that means. It says, this was posted this morning, actually. This morning. The Bakersfield police has taken over the lead investigators in the case involving the disappearance of 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin. The two boys were reported missing in California City on December 21st by their adoptive parents. Due to facts now known to investigators and the circumstances surrounding the disappearance, the city of Bakersfield is a historical nexus to the children, a BPD press release stated. The California City Police Department and Federal Bureau of Investigation will continue to have active roles in the investigation. The release did not state whether officials believe a crime regarding the case occurred in Bakersfield. Our goal is to return the boys, and the investigation will continue until that is accomplished. All inquiries regarding the investigation should be directed to the Bakersfield Police Department. BP is asking anyone who had contact with the boys in the past year, regardless of the context, to contact the department through the secret witness hotline. We understand the public outcry for information regarding the ongoing efforts to locate Orrin and Orson West. Significant resources have and will continue to be allocated to explore all tips, investigative leads, and possibilities. However, specific information regarding law enforcement efforts, strategies, knowledge will not be released to protect the integrity of the investigation, the release stated. Guys, so what you could probably expect out of Bakersfield is little or no media activity, I would presume. I hate saying the word assume. But it may be safe to assume that there's, some of those things. Something weird happened, Bakersfield. Yeah, certainly did. Yeah, so guys, Biodad was at the scene. We were thinking maybe it was the gentleman in front. There's Biodad at the scene of the interview, guys. So try to make it make sense. That's a good one, actually. I hadn't seen it just like that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Let's see, guys. Yeah, you got them all there, guys. Every single last one of them. We know who was there. This guy, right? That's Charles. That's the one I did the background breakdown on last night, guys. That's Charles. He's there behind the tree. All right? All right. He's there over there in proximity of Mike, who owns the footage. Yeah? Okay. So, sighting at the mall, guys. Allegedly, we don't know. They said that they verified it. I don't know if they verified it in that video or not, guys. I have no way of knowing that. I don't watch. I don't get involved in that stuff now. I'm not watching it. But what I can say is that the mall is not where these kids are going to pop up. That's what my right mind says. My other mind says these idiots would pop up at the mall with the kids. But guys, don't focus and try to break down the mall and get all wrapped up in the mall, because guess what, guys? The mall is an old lead now, right? So we're continually, you're not going to get much info from the mall right now, as far as, any sort of, you're not going to get anything right now in the way of the mall, especially coming from Bakersfield, saying they are not going to release details, in regards to the case, to protect the integrity of the case, right? Like, they want a conviction no matter who's involved. So let's not get too bogged down. The ones that are rolling with us, we know where we're at. Hold on, I'm on live. Okay. So, yeah, guys, why bring Christine? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Which Correct. Correct. Um, Christine Marie. Yeah, you would not bring them to the mall. And by the time we hear anything about the Motel 6 sighting, I mean, it's already old. Like, to go back and focus on those things is you know, it's hard. San Jose was different because it's such a stretch away, guys. That locale is it, you know, it changed the narrative as far as how, the stretch between Cal City, Bakersfield, and San Jose, guys. And you know, we had this live call-in deal, so you know, it's kind of like the resources right now. You know, the people in DeSan, it's kind of confusing. You know, what do we watch? Do we watch what's going on in Bakersfield? Do we watch what's going on in San Jose? Right. So it's somewhere in the middle of looking at leads. You have to actually investigate. Right. You can't just run amok and drive thinking you're going to get the leads. You're going to drive to the leads. The leads come by sitting down, being stationary, and peeling through them, guys. You know, I continually get stuff to the minute, every minute, 24 hours a day. Hey, KK. So, KK, what we're talking about, absolutely, right? I mean, you know, we have no way. What, guys, what sightings do? What sightings do, guys, is very dangerous to the narrative of this case because it plays with the narrative. It brings it back and forth and to and fro, and it purposefully distracts the audience, right? Not just the audience, but the people who are genuinely trying to chase this case down, right? I'm hunting a false narrative, guys. Hunting a false narrative. So I'm on part 2. This is part 2 of hunting a false narrative, guys. I'm not saying that the lead at the mall was false. I'm not going to believe anyone say they verified it, you know, at a hotel. Like, I don't, you know, that's great. You know, don't tell us that until there's a significant movement, right? So, like I said before, guys, being the proxy of the families being split between Cal City and Bakersfield and the activities that were going back and forth, you know, technology from Bakersfield, like it made good sense that a lot of the direction was already coming from the larger agency, right? You know, now they've just made it, you know, they just made it public. But what they do, it's all a cause and effect, guys. This whole thing is a cause and effect. What they do is they'll create a narrative, and then something will change, and so the news and the news stations, the YouTube media outlets, everyone is back and forth. Nobody knows, right? So what do you do in times like that? You really cannot focus on the leads, guys, because guess what? Don't trick yourself into believing that these channels are the only ones that would have potentially seen these boys at the mall. Whenever the boys were at the mall, like at that point, you know, I'm not sure of the time, you know, the chronology, but at that time, you know, those boys were wanted. So you're not just going to be able to kind of just stroll through anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, let's use our heads, guys. So now, if it's a mall sighting so far ago that it makes little sense, like I don't know what good that is for the case either, guys. But so, yeah, Christine Marie, they're definitely trying to throw people off, right? Now let me recap, guys. There's no way you can be investigating the case in the present or in the future, trying to think ahead. No way you can do that if you're stuck in the past chasing leads down, right? Like you just like let's be on the cutting edge. Let's not try to substantiate for our YouTube ego that we the Bakersfield Motel 6 thing, like you spent a lot of time trying to make sure that fixed whatever happened on the videos that have been taken down on your YouTube narrative. What has that done for the boys? Right? Okay, so sightings, guys, let's not get bogged down with getting caught up trying to figure out sightings and the ideology behind the sighting, because we're not going to receive any info in the way of video. And that's what we all have to see, right? This is YouTube. We're not here to listen to some stuff a lot of times we're here to look at some stuff, right? So guys, don't get hung up on sightings. If they are, then it's great for the hope. It's great for the morale. But you can't. It's bad for an investigative society that is not well trained, right? When we're not well trained and we don't know the dynamics of a sighting and what it does to the present time investigation, it does build a lot of hope. It does fuel the push into, but you got to stay in the present and in the future of this thing. Trying to sniff like an old dog where things happened a while, 3 days ago in this case is a while ago, guys. When it comes to these missing boys, every hour is more and more and more detrimental to finding the end of this thing, right? Like, so guys, we have potential for a lot of different scenarios, right? If whoever has them starts feeling the pressure from the online community, right? If they start feeling it, what are they capable of doing, right? The only people in my guesstimation that I could say, because of their civil constitutional rights, the only people that don't have a background to me are the West. And that's where the boys were. That's where the boys allegedly left from, guys. They're the only ones, guys. The only thing questionable that has truly popped up in the way of trying to defame the West is this inconclusive alleged walkthrough at a sex toy shop, right? So there's a lot of people out there judging the West just because of the inconclusive. Like, go back and look at the pictures of the two of them. It does not look to be the frame, in my opinion, guys. Doesn't even look to be the frame of Jacqueline. And then people went off on a tangent saying, well, yeah, he's a deviant. He's a sexual deviant. Like, that's not her. But that is him. Like, guys, come on, please. Please, guys. Let's clean it up. Let's clean up this thing like we live in it too, right? And that's what I'm on. So, you've got a lot of different moving pieces right now. And this is what these sightings do to our community, guys. These sightings come into our community and they ripple it. And it takes the inexperienced investigator away from looking at right now, guys. I know I'm getting fired up again. Keep in the right now. I won't even revisit sightings. I don't want to talk about them anymore unless they're so far, unless it's in Nebraska or if it's in Arizona, if it's in California, in the community. Like, I can't, guys. I can't focus on the sightings because they don't change the chronology. They don't change the timeline. What they do is they take real-time investigators and they put it makes them drop anchor, and the case keeps going, but you're stuck in one place, focused on making sure your YouTube ego looks right. I don't care if I put something up wrong. I'll leave it up and I'll apologize for it later. I'd rather apologize later than not address it, right? So, guys, sightings are a detriment. They're good for law enforcement, but bad for our community, guys. Don't focus on them too long. Don't live in that moment. Don't get stuck at Valley View Mall, guys. Is that what it was, Jamie? Let's see. No. Okay. Yeah, my buddy Bobby, he said it's the name of it's Valley View Mall. Bobby. Bro. Yeah, so is that definitively enough for them to change who holds the lead on the case? I don't know. They like I said it earlier, and I'll recap it now. If it's a sighting, then what you have is I in my experience of being involved in having a criminal background and stuff, guys, it doesn't completely change the possession and the ownership of the case unless scene of a crime can be established there. Then yeah, they will they'll change the jurisdictions on it. But it still is what it is, guys. To get focused on sightings is hard on the narrative too, because the narrative is so flimsy. It's based on, is it sightings? Is it based on Yeah, so let me get this right, guys. They kidnapped the kids, then they sent them to the mall with the tweens. That's just what they did, guys. Thank you, Bobby. That's what they did. And the lady didn't call 911 right then? Come on, guys. Thank you. I got lost in what I was doing there about sightings. Bobby. So let me get this right. They kidnapped the kids and then sent them to the mall with the tweens. No, they didn't. No way. That is stupid. That's stupid. Come on. That's not what happened, guys. Boy, and especially if you're doing it for 122,000 different reasons, you don't pass the ball off to a tween to go to the mall. That's not what happens. You keep them locked in the house. Just like you people think that Trezell and Jacqueline did. Like, no, folks, come on now. And that lady didn't call 911 right then. We got it again, right? Like, so people, oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. So I did a background on Mr. Pettis. Mr. Pettis is a loose cannon. I had comments saying that I had put a target on this man. Seems like his activity and the way he wanted to handle his consequences, that put a target on his back. I hadn't done shit. Also, someone got in my comments and defended him, saying that why the feds came to Mr. Pettis's house, all they did was verify everything I put on. Said that the reason why the feds came to Mr. Pettis's house didn't have nothing to do with those kids. Quite naturally, because it happened way back. But I want to know, what is the man involved in that brings the feds? Are the feds involved only because they've been watching Mr. Pettis's progress since the time he left the pistol with the baby? Come on now. This is Texas. We all got guns. My children don't even know what my guns look like. My wife's guns. They don't even know. Don't have any idea. Let alone leaving it next to a child sleeping. What in the actual... And you were asleep when the feds came. You're in the bed, sleep, with the baby next to you with the gun. Who you protecting? You ought to be protecting the child from the gun. But while protecting yourself, you put the child in the way. But what's the thing that brought the feds? Now, what I would venture to say is whatever they came looking for, or whatever activity they were trying to snuff out, either A, they got it, we don't have access to that, or B, they didn't make a case and they just hit him up with the gun charge next to the baby. Like, you're not going to slip away with nothing. We don't know. But all these charges, all these gun charges by a felon, these are mandatory minimum sentences. Mandatory. I did it again. Minimum mandatory sentences. Ain't no way out of them. Some kind of way you got out of them. Boy, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, hold the phone. So, taking it away from Bakersfield, guys, could mean a couple of different things. They put me back in. Nice. Guys, they don't want you to see this. This, guys. They're trying to crash. Is that the same live? Okay. Yeah, they don't want you to see this, guys. They're doing something to my live, guys, trying to crash it down. Yes, guys, they're playing with my live. They don't want you. How can they be over there doing what they're doing but crashing my live, guys? No, 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 no. Okay. So, what do we know, guys? Bakersfield is taking the lead. That's the craziest thing. Not the Bakersfield taking the lead, but because my live crashed. That's insane to me. Yeah, if you don't think the cops are doing anything, I'm really worried about the people that think the cops aren't doing anything, guys. We don't have any idea as to why Cal City dropped that case in Bakersfield's lap. We don't know. And we're not going to know per that statement. They're not going to tell us. You are not going to see the same behavior out of Bakersfield Chief as you saw out of Cal City Chief, guys. I assure you of that. Okay? Yeah, guys. That's never happened to me. Never had my live crash like that. Why do they want my live down right now, guys? I don't even have that many people in here. It's 57 of us in here, guys. Why don't they want us to hear? They don't want this to be heard. Hold on, Crystal. Doug, you know Crystal? Oops, sorry, guys. Now, let's recap real quick, guys. Yeah, I have been hacked. I'm sure of it, Gulf Coast girl. I've been hacked. And it just came in right now. That's when it just activated. Somebody's hacked me. Okay, I'm modding her right now. Okay. Yeah, guys, I do believe you guys are right. I think somebody just successfully hacked into my stuff. And I don't even know. Like, what do I do now, guys? Carolina. Yeah, he's driving. I was just texting on. Okay. Guys, yeah. So why are they actively working on my tech right now while I'm talking about this? This started happening 2 days ago. During my lives, it started freezing and doing different things. I have the highest of high-tech internet, guys. I promise you. Thank you, Crystal. Guys. Bakersfield is taking it. It was you. Well, Jenny, please let go of my tech. Please let me go live, Jenny, please. Okay, guys. Development. Sighting in Bakersfield or Bakersfield, right? Valley View Mall, guys. Is that important? It is to the police that have many and that are very well trained that can track that lead and potentially look, at the surveillance and different things. Hey, Classy, how you doing, Queen? Probably when I opened the cease and desist. Yes, desist. Yes. No, that's okay. We're back, KK. Thank you, Queen. Guys, Bakersfield has the lead. Yes. We don't know why. We won't know why until the end, because they have quite a responsibility to run the case much differently than the inexperience of Cal City, guys. Let's just be frank. Now, bio fam Queen Sorrell, she made a statement last night, and I just still looking at it again. I look at everything over and over and over that comes from the families because I want to see how they're interacting, right, guys? Yeah, guys, please hit the like, guys. I'm getting messed with, guys, on this. My iPad right now is frozen, and I'm right next to my router, guys. I'm being played with for sure. Now, do we believe that the kids were kidnapped and then sent with some teenagers to the mall, guys? Is that how we think? Now, let me tell you, it is potential. It's potentially very viable that the people involved with this would be would be that clown, Bobby, you know who you are. Text me if I'm getting out of pocket about any of this, okay? Bobby, please, if I'm wrong about any of these things. So when you say they kidnapped the kids and sent them to the mall with the tweens, does that insinuate that the bio fam took the family or took the kids and went to the mall? Or did Jacqueline and Trezell kidnap their own kids and then take them to the mall? Because the way that your text, Bobby, or Robert, sorry, came through was that clearly the other platform has led us to believe that the sighting was with tweens from the bio family. That's the way I'm reading this. And I believe that that's probably what they said over there, seeing how it's all very opinionated and past-based, guys. When you get criticism about a lead, the healthy thing to do for this investigation, guys, is to address it immediately and move forward. Not to spend all that time going back. Spend all that time in the investigation that's, clearly it's in your realm. It's in your ballpark, in your boundary. You ought to be chasing, present and future things. Okay. Not getting caught up on, past sightings and trying to rectify the way your YouTube. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm moving around. My son is going absolutely ape shit. I do want to talk about this while it's prevalent, current, before, I have a feeling that a lot of the stuff that gets put up like this has, hold on, let me put this down so I know you guys can hear me. I know that a lot of the things in this case have come out like this, and you have to talk about them while they're going on almost. Like, while they're live, I got to come live and talk about them because a lot of these things get pulled down. And when they get pulled down, it causes even more chaos and craziness, guys. Adoptive parents wouldn't kidnap their kids. And yes, they said one of the teens, 13, maybe 11, she said, and they said the name Sincere. Oh boy, guys, are we back to Chalk the Dog? Sincere is a salutation. Sincere is the way you end a letter or begin a letter, or it's an adjective to explain your level of truthfulness, right? So sincere can be popped up in a lot of different ways. Yes, 13 and maybe 11, guys. So if that's the case, Bobby, I know you're watching, if that's the case, why haven't they just went and talked to the kids' parents, the teenagers that have them, 13, 11-year-old? Why did they just go and talk to them? Right? Why we got to put it online and we got to verify it and all this other stuff? Is starting to smell. Well, let me say this: it's swimming like a fish. It's swimming like a fish. I don't know. Now that's just very strong. Like, guess what, guys? Bakersfield made the statement in the news release that they will not be divulging any of the content from this investigation. Why is LV putting out shit that the cops don't want out? The fuck is wrong with you people? No, they told the kid to stop doing what he was doing. Use Sincere's name. Guys, if there's that much actual in this last sighting at the mall, this thing would be over with already, guys. Please understand. Sightings are dangerous. They have been dangerous to the real people that are really investigating this thing. They have become dangerous because I myself, a snare. People know I'm on this case. There was a snare set for the people that are watching this thing and really trying to do God's due diligence. There's snares been set up to slow you down, to just slow you versus the speed of the investigation. Because when you're running next to it, You can look up and down and you can see the shit, but when you stop, it passes you by, and that's what they want. They want that. They don't know as much as they are saying. It wouldn't be difficult to find them. The mall has parking lots, videos for plates as well. Yada, yada, yada. There again, it's people making statements about things, and now they try to whip the internet. You're not going to turn around and make a statement and then whip the internet's ass, right? Like, there's cameras all over. All over, right? If this is a lead, bro, ma'am, gentlemen, sir, lady, my life. Hold on, guys. I don't. Let me get my cigarette lighter. I hate to put 101 of y'all on hold. I need a cigarette lighter right quick, man. Hold on. Now, guys, I've been talking about the Bio family since day one in some facet. Now, I make a video about the Bio family. Now, I got the Bio family in my comments. To me, that is not some sort of, I've arrived on the case now, right? Like, that's not this, graduation to the big boy leagues. Now you got the Bio family in your comments. It's not good that they're in the comments. You ought to stay away from everything to do with this case and not say anything online based upon emotion, right? Do not say anything online if you're the Bio family or related to this case in any sort of way. Do not go online and give opinion. Do not go online and stretch the truth or finagle or bamboozle or lead astray anyone, guys. That's not what you do, because you are under the most stringent of microscopes right now. I assure you of that, every last one of you. Let me see what Bobby has to say. Let's see. Is it a coincidence this is put out after all the stuff brought up about the Bio family last week, or the Mike link? Because, guys, you've seen two of the big platforms have not been sharing content until the last 24 hours or so. So there was a delay in the content, guys. Now, I certainly don't want to start investigating this thing like the other channels have something to do with this. I do not want to start down that trail, because when I do, I will not stop. I will not stop. Because it's starting to look like different people have stepped into this thing real early on, and they made a footprint, and then they want to keep their feet out now, and they're like, oh shit, I done already left a footprint in there. Digital, whatever. Actual footprint, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Bobby, you are such a godsend, my brother. Is it a coincidence I start talking about the thing we ought to be talking about, which is we've completely exasperated talking about the West. We got to an all-time low of talking about their sexual escapades in an inconclusive picture from a sex shop, guys. Like, we have completely disassembled the West to every last compound. Okay. Now, what's the next thing you can do? What's next close to that? The neighbors. So, because Mike gave us the footage, that absolves us from looking at him? Is that what that is? I don't know, guys. 120 of you in there. Do you think I should continue looking the way I'm looking? Or should I follow what everybody else is doing with the tomfoolery? Right? If you think I should continue doing it how I'm doing it, put a 1. If you think I should join everybody else, put a 2. Come on now. Shit. If you think I should keep going the way I'm going, put a 1. Here we go. You want me to start doing it like them, guys? I can, because then I just put their videos on my channel, right? 1. Sophie, hi, you're funny. KK, Southern Sass, Gulf Coast. They're starting to come in. 1, 1, 1, 1. Jason, Go back in the laboratory, bro. It says in your name under the scope. Put it under the scope, brother. Because you just come in here making a wild allegation. Come on now. Are you the police? You live on Aspen, my friend? Come on now. King, it's too many. Robert, Bobby, whatever you said. You name it. You know the truth. Go tell it. There, I said it. There you go. Bobby knows the truth. One, yeah. They walk 5 minutes and pretend to find dead bodies. Don't be like them, guys. Don't get caught up in some bullshit, okay? Okay? Because I'm going to keep going until I feel like I have the audience present that they had present during the sighting, guys. And during such time, we're going to talk about the contents of that video. Bobby, is there anything else? Because I've been here while that's been going on. Bobby, is there anything else I need to know about that? Little Miss Smithy, you are part of the problem. I'm not even going to put you in timeout. You got to go. Jason, off to the corner, Jason. 1. Yeah, haha, missed, that's brainwashed. Go sign in from a sock puppet account and come on back. But leave this one in here so I can talk to both of y'all. Because you got split personalities if you come over here saying that. I'll keep going till the boys are found. Okay, if that was an accident, hey. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Now, guys, it's 124 of us in there. I don't know how many was over there. If you get stuck on this sighting, any of you at the Valley View Mall, shame on you because it's in the past. It's great for hope. But do you think they kidnapped those kids and handed them off to a couple of teenagers to go stroll through the mall? Is that what you guys think? Are you serious? Say it ain't so. Let's see what Bobby has to say. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I'm stirring the pot or they wouldn't care what you're saying. Yeah. A lot of people saying different things about me online right now. I do not give a shit. I'm focused on these boys. Why is the Bio family arguing? Why is Roro and AJ arguing, guys? Why? Why don't they trust anybody, guys? Valley Plaza Mall. Sorry, guys. I said Valley View. That's here in Dallas. Yeah, I can use that video or its content because I did it correctly. If she feels like she needs to strike or bring it down, let's bring it down. Or you can email me, altitudefilms@gmail.com, and we can talk about it. Either way, I'm not messed up about that video. It can stay or go. Either way. But really, if I said it, I stand on it. And I mean that, right? So, why are AJ and Roro arguing, guys? It's the middle of a missing boys case. Why is family worrying about having to be able to trust each other, guys? Man, hold on, man. My mouth is dry as Cow City dirt. Hold on, guys. Why, guys? Why is the Bio family arguing, guys? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Why wouldn't Queen Soriel want me to use her footage? She put it online. It's fair use. It's fair use, guys. She put it online. So all I did was a breakdown. You can see people doing breakdowns to Kevin Gates videos. As long as you don't play any more than 10 seconds at a time, you're all Versace. Okay. Right. That's it. So guys, I'm going to break it off as far as talking about new content that just came in right now. I'm going to take a break here for an hour or two, process it, and I'm going to come back probably with Doug, and we're going to talk about it. But there's some really valid points in all of this. Now let's recap. Do we know how sightings affect the community? They're great for hope. They really instill hope initially, but then once we talk about them, guys, do you start to feel the hope slip away? I know I do after these things come out. So, guys, sightings are in the past. Sightings is past tense. Sighting. Sighting is actually present. They've been sighted in the past tense, guys. So, moving on from that, let's see. Oh, I don't care what they say. I haven't used any of their content, nor will I. But I will, I'll even try to keep from mentioning names. But, there's so many people down in the chats that don't understand who I'm talking about that you got to kind of put it's breaking news, guys. Sightings have been verified in the past. That's awesome. Let's hope that they're fruitful. But we have, guys, what we have is we have channels telling you information that you'll never hear verified by the police. So that gets stuck in there as now what? Official narrative. Right? Official narrative. Right? The police are not going to verify these things. LV United and them are going to tell you they verified them, but you have no way of knowing it's verified unless they wiretap the police. Now, if they put out wiretap from the police, if they recorded an investigative call and put it online, that's a problem. That's a problem in the clout chase world and in the real physical fleshy world. You got a problem. So you're not going to hear any of this from the police, guys. Listen to me. You are not going to hear the police talk about this. Nor should they be talking about this. What happens? Everybody floods Valley Plaza Mall now? That's the narrative, right? That's what happens. Every time somebody pops up somewhere, you rush there and look at it, right? San Jose, Motel 6, right? So, guys, I'm choosing to ignore these channels other than these breaking news because it's all crap. It's crap, guys. If it's a sighting, let the police work it. Leave it alone. Keep in the now. Keep in the present. Keep in the future. Where can you look tomorrow? Don't get stuck on stroking your ego about what you thought somebody tried to debunk later on. It just looks silly, and you spent all that time. You spent a lot of time hooking up with the police. You took days off of your real job, your YouTube job, and you went to deal with the police, right? Is that what you want us to believe? Well, did you're breaking into cars, you're doing all this here, you're touching shit out in the desert. Like, did you tell them that? Did you tell them that? I don't know. What do you want more? The money or the views and the subscribers? You want the clout, huh? You like to be on the news, huh? Well, I'm a money kind of guy. I don't want nobody to see my face on the news because I can't control the narrative then, right? When somebody puts it on the news, they can make you look good when you're out here really trashing, tearing shit up, right? Sightings, very detrimental. They are hope shredders, guys. Please don't think for a moment that those kids were kidnapped and then passed off to a couple of teenagers to stroll around Valley View Mall or Valley Plaza Mall. That's not what that is. Okay. What makes more sense is they took them to the mall and hid them under their coat, like the cartoons. That makes more sense, right? Not that narrative, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that. Think about it, guys. Think about what sightings do. Go over there and listen to it. I encourage you and motivate you all to go listen to the new breaking news on LV United's channel, The Lead. Guys, it's great. It's great. But it's here to distract you from continuing to look right now and in the future. They want you to go back and break down why. So that you can't be in the lead of the scavenger Easter egg hunt, guys. They want you to stop. They think I'm going to stop and look at all this stuff. Well, y'all did that with San Jose. I'm not doing that no more. Y'all done lost my attention at looking at sightings. I don't do sightings no more, right? Because, hey, I'm sure somebody that was alive yesterday is dead today. They were sighted yesterday, but they ain't around today. I'm not saying that's happened, but everything is a potential until we know otherwise, guys. I love every single one of you. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I love you, wife.